Alright everyone, it is Dokkan time again, and today we will be doing the EZA for the 7th anniversary Tech Gods, Super Saiyan God, Goku and Vegeta that transform into Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta. So it's a long time coming for this unit to be getting their EZA. I think it's a fan favorite unit for a lot of people in the community. A lot of people actually started on the 7th anniversary just purely because of these guys. I look forward to using them. They're really fun. Now, I will say, just right off the bat, most people are saying that this unit is the exact same unit as the Super Saiyan 4 7th anniversary units, and I couldn't disagree more. They are basically the same, but defensively, they are different a little bit. And you will see it in the team suggestions that I do suggest. Just remember, at the end of the day, I just give you my personal suggestions. You don't have to take the suggestions. In fact, I would love to read what teams, like what teams you use, what hidden potential route you decided to go to, and just let me know what you did. You know, that's all it ever is. It's just a suggestion, guys. It's all good vibes here. So, anyways. We're gonna go over the unit's kit, and then we're gonna I'll tell you where you can get the anniversary equips. I'll tell you the build suggestions and the roll tips, and then that'll be that'll be it, and I can finally go to bed. So, anyways, as far as 200% leader options go for this unit, they are a little bit more diverse than the physical monkey boys. You do have Beast Gohan as an option. You have the Family Kamehameha Gohan as an option. You have Movie Heroes options. You have Daima Goku options. And then, of course, they are actually on the AGL Vegeta / Gogeta units team. So very nice placement as a 220 option there. And as far as their leader skill goes, unfortunately, no, they are not a 210 or 220 leader. They unfortunately just got an extra key for those that would be on the 200%. So basically, they are still a 170 option for Power Beyond Super Saiyan and Movie Heroes, and then anyone that's within the Kamehameha category also get attack, HP, and defense of 30%, along with an extra one whole key. One whole key. Oh boy. They are greatly raising attack and defense, which is the same for the 7th anniversary Monkey Duo. As far as their passive goes, it's actually pretty straightforward. This is literally all it right here on the screen. They get 77% damage reduction and launch an additional super for the first turn that they arrive. They get Ki +2 attack and defense of 100% and guard all attacks for 7 turns. And then they have attack and defense of 200. Receive an additional Ki +2 per type key sphere, so that means they get Ki +4 for every single tech key sphere. And for every key sphere obtained, they get an additional attack and defense of 10%, up to 77%. So after 8 key spheres, you will be fully loaded on that. And then for every rainbow key sphere, he'll get an additional crit chance of 10%. When attacking with 17 or more key, you'll get launched an additional super. And then when attacking with 20 or more key, you'll launch another additional super. And you'll also have attacks effective against all types. So you got the built-in crit right there. You cannot go up to 50% in base, but I am here to tell you that you can get up to 50% in the transformation state, which we'll go through in just a second. So you can transform after or from the 4th turn from the start of battle. It doesn't matter on the entry. His link skills are Kamehameha, Super Saiyan, Warrior Gods, Godly Power, Prepare for Battle, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. These links do not change once you transform, so let's just go ahead and go up to when they transform into Super Saiyan Blue. If the website wants to load. Come on. Come on. Why are you doing this to me, game? Oh, there it goes. It figures it loads after I refresh the page. Okay, so once they transform into Super Saiyan Blue, now their super attack massively raises attack and greatly raises defense for 1 turn. And their 18 key super massively raises attack and defense for 4 turns and disables an enemy's action once within a turn. So basically the 4 turns are just there in case you want to float the unit. Basically, once they come back, they will still have this massively raised stack right here. Their passive is quite lengthy. They do have another damage reduction rate of 77% from entry turn. So if you could time this correctly, they could definitely be tanking a good amount of stuff. Attack and defense 300%, receives an additional key plus 2 per key sphere attained. They have attacks effective against all types. They guard all attacks, and they have a 50% chance to perform a critical. Now, remember, as I always say in my videos, if a unit has built-in crit of 50% or higher, they do not need it in the hidden potential system. Unfortunately, this is a TEQ unit, so they already start off with 5 crit. They do have a medium chance of evading enemies' attack, and they change int key spheres to rainbow key spheres for 4 turns from the entry turn. Afterwards, they will randomly change key spheres a certain type, int excluded, to rainbow key spheres. Well, they actually do that already, but yeah. Oh wait, am I reading that wrong? I am reading that wrong. So for 4 turns from the character's entry turn, randomly changes key spheres a certain type, int excluded, to rainbow key spheres. So for only 4 turns, they will get rainbow key spheres from their entry turn. I think I said that wrong on the monkey duo. I apologize. I'll have to make a note of that. For every key sphere obtained, they will get an additional attack and defense of 10% up to 100. So after 10 key spheres, I think this is possible with all the orb changing. Pretty easy to hit. And for every rainbow key sphere obtained, you will get a chance of forming a critical and dodging by 10%. This is pretty key, as this is the literal point of this unit's defensive mechanic. They already have a 30% chance to dodge. What this means is that by nature, you are going to want to go for as many rainbow key spheres as possible. Ideally 3 to 4, in my personal opinion. You should always be hitting 3 or 4 rainbow key spheres at this point, as this is their defense mechanic, as guard is not enough to save you anymore, as we do have fights with critical coming in that could ignore your defense. So 7 or more key spheres obtained, launch an additional super. When attacking with 20 or more key, launch another additional super. And when activating the active skill, or when attacking with 24 key, attack plus 50%. And when attacking, performs a critical hit and launches an additional super attack when the enemy's HP is 50% or more. So basically, if the enemy has more than 50% HP, from the first time this unit is attacking, they will auto crit and launch an additional super attack. But once they fall below 50% HP, you will lose this, because this only activates once, and you'll just be going off the rest of the hidden potential. And one time only, when receiving an attack, evades an enemy's attack when HP is 50% or less. So basically, this means is that if the enemies attacks you when your HP is 50% or less, they will auto dodge. This will activate only one time, so pay attention to where your health is, and you will be able to tell when you have a free auto crit slot, or a auto dodge slot, excuse me. But actually, to what I said, their active skill will allow you to automatically crit once you use the active skill. And you can activate that when your HP is 50% or less. So once again, the links do not change. They are on quite a few good categories. But ironically enough, this unit is not on the TEQ LR Vegeta team. In order to be on the 220 TEQ LR Vegeta team, you do need to be on Earthbred Fighters, or Patara, which this unit is not. They are on Earth Protecting Heroes, so you can throw them on as a 170. You already could do that anyways, being pure Saiyan, but still. As far as link partners go, their best link partners are going to be they themselves. We Saiyans have no limits. TEQ, which I do look forward to giving a shout out, because man, this could be one heck of a good turn rotation. And then actually, I do feel like this is actually their best partner in general. You can throw the Tech Gods into slot 1, you throw the Fizz Gods into slot 2, and they're both rainbow orb changing. So the odds of you being able to get 4 to 5 rainbow key spheres is actually pretty high. I really like the idea of this rotation. I think it could be pretty dominant. You just have to be very careful of the Fizz Gods, because they will get you killed potentially. This is kind of the turn of where you kill the enemy before they kill you. So I look forward to this rotation. It's going to be fun. They do also link with other Gogetas, of course, so no worry there. And they do actually link decently well with the Goku. Just keep in mind, once you transform into Vegito or Vegeta, you will lose the Kamehameha link, so that does make it so you lose a link with the Tech Gods. And yeah, that'll be it for the breakdown. It was a pretty long breakdown, I apologize. But anyways, let's just go ahead and go take a look at Halvard's defense calculations on Twitter over here. So these are with last year's anniversary equips. The current anniversary equips, you can only get 2 out of 3 of defense equips. He is considering there's an extra defense equip in the gold slot. So, just like the physical Monkey Boys, they will actually have very similar amounts of defense. The LR Gods will be able to get up to almost a 1.6 million start of turn defense with 6 super attack effects. I would highly suggest trying to get up to maybe 9 super attack effects. That would be my limit of where I will want to actually transform them, unless I'm just desperate to try and get to the end of the fight. But yet, that is where I would try to get surpassed. Get that start of turn defense to above the maybe 2 million point, and that's where I would be comfortable. Now, as far as once they get into their Super Saiyan Blue transformation point, there is quite a few different scenarios where their defense could be potentially higher based on extra additional supers going off. You can quad or penta super with this unit after all. With a super attack effect from a previous turn on their 18 key, you can get up to a start of turn defense of 2.1, and with support up to 2.2 million defense. I do think that this is not considering being on a... Oh, he's linking them up with a really weird one. TEQ LR Super Saiyan Goku plus Super Saiyan Vegeta Angel. So this is with the Goku TEQ LR Vegito, basically. Interesting choice. Very interesting choice of partner, as it is not their best partner. But, you know, that's pretty good. That's pretty decent. I don't think this is under 220. At least he's not saying it's under a 220 lead. So that means you can only get these numbers to go higher. I think you can see a much better defense performance. And already, I mean, their defense is solid. Their solid raw defense is very good. So, with all of that finally done and over with, let's go ahead and get into a couple other things, actually. So I'm just going to point out the 10th anniversary equips right now. If you want to get to these anniversary equips for this unit, you do need to go into the 10th anniversary battle stage, complete the 7th anniversary part 1 missions. I don't believe they're the part 2 missions. I think the part 2 missions is for Kaioken Goku and Grade 8 Vegeta, but I still put it in there. I'm not going to edit it. But yeah, finish the part 1 missions to get the 7th anniversary equips for both the TEQ Gods and the Super Saiyan 4 Monkey Boys. Now onto the builds. So as far as the 55% build goes, I would suggest just the anniversary equips. 900 defense on the bronze equip, and then the 1200 defense on the silver equip. Very solid. This unit needs dodge anyways. I don't see any issues here. So don't bother with anything else on that. And there is going to be 2 entirely different builds for this unit as far as when you get dupes for them. You can either lean into the full additional build, which is honestly what I'm assuming a large majority of players have pushed themselves into or already were in at this point. This is a solid build. There's nothing wrong with it. I would say that if you already have this build, you're fine. You're perfectly fine. This is where I'm at. This is where I'm at right now. So I'm probably not going to change it. But this is a solid build. Just go on additional. They're stacking unit, you know? They're stacking unit. That's just kind of what you want to do. You want to stack in base. Get absurdly high level of defense and then let them go crazy once they transform. And once again, just use the anniversary equips for once they get dupes in the gold slot. The gold slot is a level 6 additional orb and then a level 3 attack orb. That level 3 attack orb is I believe, a 900 attack increase, so it is a pretty substantial attack increase. If you were lucky enough to, or, you know, if you were playing the game before the anniversary battle was revamped, you should have a additional orb that also has a defense orb. Unfortunately, if you're a new player, you don't have access to that orb anymore. So your choice if you want to go with either or of those orbs. I don't see a problem switching to either one. I only put this one in here because newer players will only have access to this one. As far as I'm aware. If I'm wrong, please correct me. And show me where. This is the other build I would suggest for them. So people are going to be... You can be mad. People can be mad. But this is another suggestion that I will highly suggest. People got to understand that the new level of difficulty that we're getting thrown at us as of 10th anniversary is pretty rough. Even if you have 8 million defense and you got guard, it don't matter because we're getting fights with critical. If an enemy that has 2 million crit hits this unit, you will die. You will die because you will take over 1 million damage. You have to have damage reduction. You have to. There's not a choice in the matter. Sure, turn 1 after you transform, you'll live. That's fine. After turn 1, you do not have damage reduction anymore. The only way to get around critical bosses is by having both guard and damage reduction. This unit, unlike the Super Saiyan 4 7th anniversary units, does not have any other form of damage reduction in their kit. They only have the dodge based on the rainbow key spheres that you obtain. They are a dodge unit. I'm not going to say they're dodge or die. They're not dodge or die. They're a dodge tank. They're a dodge tank, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I think you do need to understand how the meta has curved now, and we do need to understand that criticals can kill this unit easily, in fact, because they're only going to get stronger on those crits. Eventually, they will throw out a 3 million critical hit, and you're going to have to dodge it. This is going to be the unit to dodge it with, in my personal opinion. But once again, you can go ahead and stay with the normal build. They have a lot of dodge built in. There's nothing wrong. There's not that many scenarios where they're going to be fighting an enemy that's going to be critting all the time. So I think it's pretty safe that you do have this build. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying. Get it? I'm Joe saying. You can build this unit a different way and just go off of the additionals they have built into their kit and just go with a full dodge builds for the maximum amount of defensibility from this character. Either one works, guys. Either one works. Please don't attack me. Please don't attack me. Anyways, we're just going to go into the role tips now and get done with this video. I do feel like they're a damage dealing unit, but they are also very defensive. Their leader skill, they can go under their own leader skill. They can go over the 7th anniversary Super Saiyan 4's leader skill. They can go over the AGL Gogeta's leader skill, Family Kamehameha, Daima Goku, Beast Gohan. All of these teams, this unit would be dominant and very good on. As far as a partner goes, TEQ is an excellent partner to be rocking with these guys. Almost all links are being activated except for Legendary Power, I believe. Super Saiyan 3 Goku is actually very good here because he is a Power Beyond Super Saiyan supportive unit, and they actually do share some decent links. And then, of course, TEQ Gogeta would be an excellent option with a lot of links. The physical LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan also shares a good amount of links here with them. And then TEQ is also an amazing addition here, especially with being able to activate his domain. I think domain, along with on a 220 lead, oh boy, this unit could hit like a truck. And then their perfect partner is the physical LR gods, though I do feel like defensive-wise, that unit could get you killed very easily. This is a rotation you would go for, as in you're going to kill the boss before they kill you. It's going to be really hard, though, in this new meta. As far as best slot position goes, I think until you've actually built up a good amount in base, you should be keeping them to slot 2 aside from turn 1. Turn 1, they can go in slot 1. But after turn 1, you want to keep them in slot 2 to build up for a while. And then once you're able to transform with them, they're just a dodge tank in slot 1, and they're very comfortable there, in my personal opinion. So, but that's going to be it for the video, guys. Yeah, that's going to be it. What do you think of the builds? What builds are you going to be going for? Did you get the anniversary equips? Or are you going to throw something else on them? I'm actually kind of genuinely curious if anybody's going to use all the anniversary equips or use their own. So, anyways, thank you for watching, everyone. I'm going to go to bed now because I'm freaking tired. Have a good day and a good night.